nerds out there.
The Thomas Bryant jockstrap? Get him out of here!
How does that not indicate to you, like, hey, sometimes, like, these prospects are awesome?
Donald, get back! They snatched that chain, boy. Get back! What y'all gonna do about it? Popeye snatched that chain. Get back! We want that snack wrap. They got 3 flavors. Y'all got 1.
Off that list of all
Get
time.
back!
Holy shit.
Hey everybody, welcome into the Big Factor here on the Big Play Sports Network, presented by FanDuel. Ryan Tyler, Jack O'Rourke, Rob Watson, Project Pat McGuire. Today is Friday, November 7th, 2025. Gentlemen, good morning. Happy Friday. We're almost to the weekend.
Almost made it, fellas. Almost made it.
How we doing?
I watched a little bit of Team USA women's hockey last night. They were playing in Cleveland. Abby Murphy hat trick. Fellas walked out of there with a big win before the Olympics. That was pretty dope. And guys, what happened to our dude last night?
Well, dude, are you referring to the guy that you're wearing a hat for?
Oh, man.
No, not that guy. That guy too.
Different dude?
Different dude. This guy's more like a dog, I would say. Like a top
Is
dog.
it the top dog? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Hanford.
Yeah,
We're jumping
any
into
news,
that
guys?
right away.
Any news?
Jumping into it
Shout
right
out
away.
to the
I
top
guess-
dog.
yeah, why not?
himself.
Rip
We
it
gotta
right
break. We gotta lead with that, right? That's the biggest news of all
Well,
time.
congratulations to Browns cornerback Hanford Dixon, big play
That's right.
host, co-host of the Top Dog Show. Why, you ask me? Why are we shouting him out? Well, because he was nominated from the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission, or not even nominated. He's going to. He won.
Yeah.
He won the 2025 Lifetime Achievement Award at the 26th Greater Cleveland Sports Awards, which will be taking place, I believe, in February, obviously, of 2026. The Lifetime Achievement Award is given annually to a person who has dedicated their life to the advancement of sports in Cleveland. The program, presented by blah, blah, blah. Don't you read all that? Will be held on Thursday, February 5th, 2026 at Rocket Arena. So shout out to the top dog himself, Hanford Dixon, on winning
bark from
the
Jack.
2025
I was gonna get there. But
Lifetime
no,
Achievement Award. How about
it's so cool.
Hanford Dixon,
It's so.
fellas?
I think he's definitely like for all of us. Like I know Pat, you've produced his shows for forever. Rob, we sit and listen to his BCS and just like shoot the shit with him. He's like a grandpa to us. Like he's a great dude. I mean, he's been around Big Play for a couple of years now. Like there's no one who's more deserving of the honor. And like looking at what he did, like inventing the dog pound, like it's something that we will be part of Browns culture for as long as the franchise goes, then even longer past it. So I mean, he deserves it.
He
man.
would love being called a grandpa, Jack. I'm sure he would
No, he
absolutely
would.
love that right now. Yeah,
Actually,
but-
like he'd be like, "No, I'm an uncle. I'm not that old."
yeah, I
Probably
guess so.
put you in a
Unk, bro.
headlock. Yeah, Hanford doesn't look a day over 40, bro.
What did you say, Rob?
Black don't cry.
Black don't crack.
That's right.
I absolutely agree. All right, guys. Well, speaking of the dog pound, they're going to be without somebody. And a lot of people are happy about that. That's none other than Paul DePodesta, Chief Strategy Officer since 2016. The Browns 56-99-1. That's a 3.362 winning percentage. That's the 4th worst mark in the NFL. During that span, only teams with the worst: the New York Jets, the New York Giants, and the Jacksonville Jaguars. DePodesta took over. After the Moneyball, everybody knows the famous Jonah Hill portrayal of Paul DePodesta in the great movie Moneyball. But guys, he is now leaving the Cleveland Browns after a decade to go take over as head of baseball operations for the Colorado Rockies. Jack, you are wearing a Colorado Rockies hat in honor of Paul DePodesta?
Yeah, you know, there's the classic bronze sexual trope where there's people who they don't follow sports teams. They go wherever LeBron goes, right? Like I'm just gonna be following my guy Paul DePodesta all the way out into the Mountain Time Zone. But no, this is so funny. Like as soon as Moneyball ends in real life, he goes and gets the job as the Los Angeles Dodgers GM. Paul DePodesta doesn't make it 2 fucking years there, and then magically he ends up living out in La Jolla, California, and coming back out this way. He's waltzing into town wherever he wants. He's the brain trust. No one knows what he does. We picked 45 shitty head coaches, 95 bad quarterbacks in the 10 years he was here. Guys, it's got to be a good day to be a Browns fan, right? Because it's just, he was a big part of this. I mean, going back to, he hired Sashi Brown, another baseball guy as GM. Now, Sashi did get the picks, but like,
Yeah, so the thing about it too is like people don't really realize that the Rockies are one of the worst run organizations in baseball. They've had like long tenured president of baseball operations, which is basically the GM position. They slashed their complete scouting department. They had
dude, Bud Black was their manager for like
Forever,
7
dude.
straight below 500 seasons.
And we had Jack Corrigan, who's a Cleveland native. He's a broadcaster for the Rockies. And you talk about like, yeah, it's cool to have people there who are there forever at the Rockies, but at the same time, like, you only get Todd Helton once. You only get Matt Holliday once. They've been terrible as long as we have been in terms of the Cleveland Browns, but
Look at Arenado too. Like 2018, they were
That
gross.
trade
They
was
trade
horrible.
him and they
Oh
suck.
my
Like,
God.
and they go out and
gave
sign
away-
Chris Bryant.
They gave away Nolan Arenado in that trade plus $50 million to the Cardinals. That blows my mind. I mean, like 8-time All-Star, something along those lines. So the Rockies are not exactly a well-run organization. He'll fit in there perfectly.
Well, the big question about Paul DePodesta since his time here in Cleveland since 2016, to be honest with you, was what does he do? A lot of people didn't know the exact, I guess, terminology, his chief strategy officer, but it wasn't exactly clear what his role within the organization was. If you go on the Browns website, well, it says DePodesta is tasked with, and I quote, implementing systems and processes to strengthen the Browns organization. In this role, he works closely with Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski, and members of the player development and research departments to optimize all organizational decision-making efforts. Sounds like a lot of word salad to say. He does stuff.
Yeah, Rob, this feels like, honestly, when you didn't have to hit the word limit on your homework. You know what I'm talking about? Where, like, back in college, you're like, oh, 500 words, I can do this real easy. And then at word 430, you're like, chief strategy and implementation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, he was just doing nothing for the Browns, to be honest with you.
I mean, I never really knew or understood what he did, but what's crazy is I was on Twitter last night and I saw some people like kind of like counter programming a little bit, like saying like maybe Paul DePodesta was a good guy. Like I heard some people say he was good in our coach hires and he did good things. So someone
Freddie
put out,
Kitchens was awesome.
Someone put out that the notable things that he wanted to put out that stood out about DePodesta is that he wanted Sean McDermott as the head coach when they hired Hugh Jackson.
That's valid.
He didn't view Carson Wentz as a top 20 quarterback when he was coming out. So I guess that was when we traded down and took Coleman when we had the number 2 pick.
In 16, yeah.
Yeah, and then he wanted Kevin Stefanski originally as a head coach over Freddie Kitchens.
I mean, we went through that 2020 coaching class.
It's like a 2-3. So I mean, he tried. He did what he did. But I feel like this is like making Tommy Rees play caller. I feel like all the skeletons are still in the closet. It's not really going to do much for the team.
Well, Matt Fontana had a pretty good point. He took to Twitter and gave his reaction. He tweeted this when he after saw the news. Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski's biggest supporter just left the organization.
Exactly.
I think we can all see where this is headed. He went on saying if you don't think they're going to blow it up, he left for the Rockies job. The Rockies.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not good. Not good at all.
Not great, Bob. Not great.
I don't know, man.
This doesn't move you, Jack?
I don't think it really moves me that much in terms of Kevin and AB being gone. Like, I understand, like, he was a part of bringing Kevin to town, but, like, I think it's more just Paul DePodesta looking for a better shake. Like, you can only do this for so long. Like, I don't know, because, like, that is the thing. If you look at the Rockies, like, we talked about the tenure within their organization, but, like, they've held on to general managers for a long time, managers. Like, baseball is where he's more inherently comfortable in the first place. Like, he went over to a sport where manipulating the salary cap doesn't really matter, as like, I mean, every you're all allotted the same amount of money in football. It's not like baseball where you need to nickel and dime your way through if you can't spend money. It's like, it's a way different operation. Like, Paul DePodesta was good at replacing like mid-level players with guys who are cheaper. Like, you don't really need to do that in football. Like, the draft is so much more important, I feel. Like, it makes no sense.
I did see someone say they offered some realignment for what they think the Browns should do. They think Andrew Berry should take over Paul DePodesta's role as the manager analytical guy. And then we fire Kevin Still, and they want to see a football guys in his GM and head coach to balance it out in the organization a little bit. But
I'd be
Did
shocked
you
if
see
that
Gabe
happens.
Kapler got hired as a GM last night?
Yeah.
What?
That was wild.
I mean, Andrew Berry was here before Kevin Stefanski. We all know that. When DePodesta was hired in 2016, they hired Andrew Berry. He was then vice president of player personnel. DePodesta then helped to rehire Berry as the Browns general manager in 2020. So I could see the potential. Well, you keep Andrew Berry, you elevate him to that capology role that we all know and love, Andrew Berry for the laser eyes, and then you get rid of Kevin Stefanski and you find a general manager and you find a new head coach, a new regime, but you can keep some of the brain trust in Andrew Berry that you loved so much. It's all possible. I just don't know if the reaction to Paul DePodesta getting fired is going to correlate to how successful the Browns are going to be. Like, I understand it's a good step forward potentially. And honestly, though, I don't know if it's going to be a good step forward because, to be honest with you, it's murky. I don't know exactly what he
you
did.
never know. Right. You never knew what he did. It
People-
could be a big domino. It could be a baby domino feather that doesn't knock a single thing down. We won't know. We'll just have to keep letting it play out.
Well, we shall see. All right, we're going to go over some NFL Week 10 headlines, but before we do that, I got to tell everybody about our great friends at Garage Beer, because Garage Beer comes in just two flavors, classic light lager as well as that classic lime. No frills, no bitterness, no IPAs. It's just beer the way you want beer to taste, and that is beer-flavored beer. So scan the QR code now or go give their website a visit, drinkgaragebeer.com, to find local retailers who sell garage beer near you. Again, that is drinkgaragebeer.com. Alrighty, guys, we are already week 10 in the NFL. An absolute stinker last night went down in the Mile High City. Broncos defeat the Raiders 10-7. Broncos improved to 8-2. That's the NFL's best record. The first team to 8 wins this season, but they didn't look all that great, as the record would indicate. Again, the offense struggles. The Broncos defense, as expected, has been tremendous this season. Broncos now have 46 sacks so far this season. That's the most any team has had in its first 10 games since at least 1990. They sacked Geno Smith 6 times last night. Raiders, they stink. Pete Carroll, I'm not sure. When they hired Pete Carroll, I suppose I understood the vision. You needed a culture change. But again, when you're a team that's called for what it has been pretty bad the last couple, honestly, half decade. Derek Carr had a couple good years, but you really never made it far into the playoffs, and that kind of rubber hit the road there. I don't know if it's a smart choice to hire an old guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, he's like 70 years old, so
I don't see the future there.
Have left.
I regrettably watched this game because I chose the Denver Broncos. I'm surviving in King of the Hill. It's getting late. Got to start picking some teams that I don't like to pick. And
how many people are left?
Like 100. It started at like 2,000.
Wow.
So
okay.
I'm surviving, but cardiac arrest watching this team just miss kicks. Terrible decisions, super conservative play, but I mean, they got the job done. And like Sean Payton said, they're winning ugly, but not convinced by anything I'm seeing out of Denver when they finally get down to it. You won't be able to survive like this against the top teams in the league.
All right, maybe the best game of the week in Week 10, the 7-2 Patriots. They hit the road to take on the 6-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What a turnaround for Mike Vrabel and the New England Patriots. Patriots coming off consecutive 4-13 seasons, and now in their first year, 7-2. Patriots currently have a 6-game win streak. Surprisingly enough, Drake May, the second most sacked quarterback this season, only behind rookie Cam Ward. He's been sacked 34 times. Cam Ward been sacked 38. We know Myles Garrett sacked him 5 times in their matchup in Foxborough. Buccaneers, they are beat up, coming off a much-needed bye. Mayfield dealing with oblique knee injuries. Right tackle Luke Goedeke, he's dealing with the knee injury. Right guard Luke Haggard, shoulder. Running back Bucky Irving, we know he's been beat up. He's looking to make a return. And Hassan Reddick, didn't even know he was on the Buccaneers, to be honest with you. He's dealing with a knee and ankle issue, and then you got Chris Godwin dealing with that continuous fibula injury. Buccaneers have been beat up to all hell. They started the season without Tristan Wirfs. Now they're out Mike Evans. This is going to be a tough win for the Buccaneers, despite being at home because of how beat up they are. This is a litmus test for the Patriots. Both have great wins. Patriots beat the Bills, and the Buccaneers beat the Seahawks on the road. New England was on the road for that one in Buffalo too, I believe. So 2 great wins on the resume for these teams. Battle of 7-2 versus 6-2. Who you got?
I'm going with the Patriots, honestly. You said this one's in Tampa Bay?
Yes.
Yeah. So the thing about it is Chris Godwin probably not going to play. Bucky Irving's still going to be out. Mike Evans out for the seaseason. Baker came back down to earth a little bit. Ryan, I know you had that plus 4,000 ticket or whatever for him to win the NFL MVP, which was looking pretty good through the probably first seven weeks or so. But that pressure really getting to Baker as of late. I know they just came off a bye week to get a little healthier, but the way that the Patriots are playing, I think Vrabel really has those guys humming. I would take the Patriots here, but on the road, it's going to be a tough one.
I'm going Tampa Bay only because it's a tough game, but I believe in Baker more than Drake May, even though Drake May is having a good year. I just don't overall believe in the Patriots as a whole. Like they're very mid and they're not going to make mistakes, but Baker's proven so far this year that he can make the plays late, and I think he'll just make a couple more than New England will.
Yeah, I actively hate watch Baker Mayfield, so give me the Patriots.
You hate watching
Please and
Baker
thank you.
Mayfield?
I've never liked Baker. Yeah, I think we've established this on the show.
Why?
10,000 times.
Baker
I just don't like him.
Type.
All right, fair enough. I guess we'll have
Rumors
room.
I think people are too. Just the glaze is crazy. The Baker glaze is crazy. It's ridiculous.
All right, well,
He's
we
not
move
that
on. The Cardinals,
Good.
3-5. They travel to Seattle to take on the Seahawks, who are 6-2, one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Yes, Kyler Murray, we know, placed on injured reserve because of a nagging foot injury. Jacoby Brissett steps up in his place as a starter in Arizona. And in 3 starts, he's thrown for 860 yards, 6 touchdowns, and just 1 interception. Beat Dallas last week in prime time.
That's going to be our big QB signing.
I was going to ask you guys, would you take Kyler Murray on the Cleveland Browns at this junction?
Hell no. never with Kevin Stefanski as my coach would I want to see Kyler Murray playing quarterback. It would be a terrible mix. Also, I'm sick of the short quarterbacks after watching, the supercomputer. I'm over all that. I'm over it all.
I do want a 6'5" demon that slings it over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we heard so much, Jack, when Odell Beckham Jr. was here that he wasn't in the spot he needed to be. He was cutting this off early. He was moving the routes and stuff like that. Kyler Murray's the king of doing that himself too, because like he can't get through the passing lanes that you need.
Well, which is why would we get Kyler?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would we do it? To be honest with you, but like that is
I'm cool. He's not that good.
I'm good, big dog.
Costs a lot of money. We don't have a lot of money to spend. It just I think that 2 + 5 doesn't equal 9. You know, it just doesn't make sense.
You know who still has the chance though? Is the Oakland Athletics. He was a first-round draft pick for the Oakland A's.
Yeah,
never too late.
Send him out there. They got nothing. They got nothing to lose. They got nothing to lose.
I mean, he's only what 26.
Yeah, right.
27.
I mean,
League figured him out, man.
I mean, was he ever that good, or did he just play against Big 12 defense?
28.
No, I mean, he had like a Pro Bowl
28,
year in the NFL.
Oh, he had a Pro Bowl.
One year
So
the
did
Cardinals.
Snoop Huntley.
He's only 28.
No, like
He
a
started
real
7-0 that year
Pro
and-
Bowl.
Oh,
year. Like,
No, Kyler Murray
Gotta
was tough
specify.
at one point.
like I think he's played in a playoff game.
So was Joe Flacco.
Yeah, and the Cardinals. One year the Cardinals were like 10-0.
His
Yeah.
team was good, bro. Washed now though.
it's just so crazy too because like they give they kind of did right by him too, saying like, oh, we'll put you on IR for this nagging foot injury, which like of course it's definitely a hurt foot or whatever, but
Yeah,
like
he's-
this
he's
is a
ready
soft
to play.
benching.
Yeah,
You know what I
he's
mean?
ready
Like
to
he was practicing almost in full at that point. It's a soft benching, like Jacoby just taking over, I guess, but I don't
That's
know,
a
man.
bad one. Like, cause like
Yeah.
we were watching Rob, we were watching Jacoby highlights on The Office a couple days ago. Like, sure, there's some really good moments of Jacoby, but like there's some moments where Jacoby just really strongly, quickly, meteorically just comes back down to earth.
like
and it
it's
looks
on-
really,
and
really
it's on the
ugly.
way.
Like if you take a guy first overall, like you can't have him bench.
Like, that'll happen.
Even though I know Marv's looking good with him, but
That's why the IR thing. That's why they did it because Jacoby in these next 4 weeks will at some point be Jacoby.
Oh,
Now, when he looks good, he looks like a
what
guy.
goes up?
but-
He's got to come back
I
down.
like the fact that I have Trey McBride in my fantasy lineup,
Same.
and he looks
He
a lot
does
better.
target. He targets his guys. Like
Yeah.
he gives his guys targets.
I was
Marvin
happy.
Harrison
I also
Jr.
love
finally
his
making a
shoulder
comeback,
pads.
yeah.
Jacoby, like his shoulder pads are slightly different than most quarterbacks. It looks fucking sick. It looks like 2009.
Seahawks roll
Love
though.
that.
I can't name a single Cardinals corner that's gonna cover Smith and
Denzel
Jigba.
Burke.
Johnson, bro.
baby.
All right,
Solid
and
team.
Denzel Burke, yeah. All right, guys. Game of the week: shit versus poop. Browns 2-6 at New York. They take on the Jets 1-7. Browns 2-6, 30th in the league in scoring, averaging 15.8 points per game, 31st in total offense. They've scored more than 17 points just once in their past 13 games. Fire sale going on in New York. They sell off Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, and Michael Carter, all traded by the Jets before the NFL trade deadline this week. What we're going to do, fellas, is I'm going to tell you all about FanDuel, and then we're going to build a parlay for Browns-Jets on Sunday. So, FanDuel, I got to tell you all about it. We're betting football, but, you know, all sports are on FanDuel, including NBA. NBA tipped off this week. FanDuel is your home for live betting. So even if you missed the start of the game or you want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now's the perfect time to join, because FanDuel is giving customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So visit FanDuel.com/bigplay to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 plus and present in select states. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit rghelp.com. All right, guys. Cleveland Browns at the New York Jets. They open as a 2.5 point favorite against the New York Jets. -126 on the money line. Anything that we love right away.
Whatever the point line is, give me the under.
Ooh, okay.
It's 37.5.
Under. What
Have
is-
we even gotten officially Justin Fields or Tyrod Taylor? I know it's probably going to be Justin Fields, but
We haven't, but I would imagine
yeah, it'll be Justin Fields. Upon last look yesterday, Quinshon Judkins -145 for anytime touchdown. That one feels like it'd be kind of free to me. Quinnen Williams just traded. Quincy Williams is out. Sauce Gardner gone. Not that would affect Quinshon so much, but -145 to me, you got to take it there for Quinshon Judkins.
All right, so we got the under 37.5. We got a Quinshon Judkins anytime touchdown score prop. Jack, is there anything you love?
Yeah, I'm going to be going with David Njoku over 4.5 receptions this week.
He loves being here. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I've been
he
told.
he loves being here. Tommy Reese loves when the ball gets moved to the tight ends, so I think it makes a lot of
Okay,
sense.
so-
Fannin not
we
practicing
like-
either, so he might.
Yeah,
be
Fannon's not even listed
Okay,
for
so I was
props,
about
so
to
he's probably
say,
out.
So you're going, you went David Njoku over
4.5
I was
receiving.
gonna say,
receptions.
did anyone have 5 receptions in the last 2 games we played?
Probably not.
Highly doubtful.
But hey, this is hey.
Highly
This is
Here's what
Tommy
you're
Reese's
forgetting.
offense,
This is a
though.
Tommy Reese led offense.
Damn.
Fuck.
All right, and then I am going to sprinkle in. Let's see here. Can Dylan Gabriel throw for 150 yards, guys?
Oh,
I don't think so, man.
But if he's gonna
150?
complete 5 to
150?
Njoku, I got
A buck and a half?
Okay, now wait. Let me check the game log here.
I am going to roll with Dylan Gabriel 150 plus passing.
The only
yards.
game he
What's
didn't.
that? What's the number?
That's minus 320.
The only game
wow.
he didn't go
So-
over 150 was the Miami game, and he had 116. If
Yeah.
he can't get 150,
And that
he's
was,
not an NFL guy.
All right, so we'll parlay that all together. Under 37.5 total match points. Quinshon Judkins to cross the goal line. David Njoku, 5+ receptions, and Dylan Gabriel, 150+ passing yards. That's plus 1,010. $10 nets you $101.07.
That's such a
Baby.
lock.
Baby.
That's a
We
lock.
might be making some bread. All
Hey,
right,
real quick before we get out of here,
Yeah.
too. David Njoku, that weird thing that you just referenced, like in the locker room where he's like, I'm happy to be here, bro. Like, what'd you guys make of that? Because that felt incredibly forced.
You know,
to me.
I didn't get the opportunity to see it.
It was very strange. Like, David Njoku has a lot of energy as it is, and he's very serious about this type of stuff. He really does love Cleveland, and it kind of felt like the Joe Flacco thing in the offseason where he was, like, really, really happy about it. But it just felt very forced to me. I don't know if it was performative for you guys, too, but
Definitely performance.
yeah, it's just very strange because he wanted to get traded. Like,
I mean, yeah, he has requested. I mean, like,
Yeah.
for someone who has a point in the past. I mean, obviously your mind can change. Don't get me wrong. But like, for someone who has requested a trade before, it was a little bit suspect. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's gone after the year anyway. So who gives a shit?
Most likely. Most likely.
he wanted to be on the Chiefs, so.
All right, appreciate everybody tuning in. We
Chief
got to make
on
this
the
little
Chiefs.
short show. Got a lot going on today at Big Place. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be back Monday, same people, same-ish people, I should say, same time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Hope you enjoy all of the football. Go Browns. Hopefully we get a win, but I know honestly for some
Score
people.
predictions
Oh,
real
shit.
quick, fellas.
Okay, I'll go. I think I said on Fontana's show, I think I said I'm going Browns 21, Jets 16.
That locks in my under. Okay.
'Kay,
Let's see.
'kay.
Jack,
What you got?
Jets 19, Browns 16.
Bowser.
Oh, damn, that's where I was going to go with it, too.
Exact same.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think to be positive, I'll go with it. It's going to be a really strange, like a 23-15 Browns.
16-10 Browns.
All right,
Okay,
you
all
heard
right.
it here first. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll be back Monday. Until then, peace out.